Liam, 12 months ago you were preparing for Jimmy Kelly in Manchester. It's been an eventful year, hasn't it? How do you reflect on it all professionally?
I can't complain at the year I've had. Obviously, sitting here now, I'm gutted I'm not world champion no more, but if you'd have offered me before the Jimmy Kelly fight, when I won the title, if you'd have offered me 2 defences then fighting Canelo Alvarez in the space of 12 months, I'd have probably took it. So, I can't complain with the year I've had. It's been obviously one of the best years in my life. I've experienced some mad things in my boxing career. So, it's been a good year for me, but obviously it ended with a defeat. So, I'm not stopping there.
It's been a good learning experience, I would imagine, for you, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. I've come up against different kinds of things. I've came across different obstacles in this year. I've had ups and downs in the year. I've had to deal with some things training-wise, which I've never had to deal with before. I probably made. I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses for that fight. I'm not at all. I come up against a good fighter in Canelo Alvarez, but again, that was my biggest fight. I was a massive underdog. It was my biggest challenge to date, and it was also the worst training camp I've had. So, I can't really be too disheartened by it. And I know next time I get in the ring, I know that will have raised my game again. I know I'll come on from that fight. I've witnessed the biggest stage in boxing there. There hasn't been a bigger. 52,000 people. On pay-per-view, HBO, and I think I handled it well. So I know that's going to stand me in good stead in my future fights. And when I get back to world title fights, it'll just bring me on a notch, and I'll have witnessed everything.
You haven't fought since September, obviously, in Dallas. You itching to get back in?
Yeah, I am. There's been some big nights in Britain the past couple of months, and I'm itching to get back in now. But I can't really say I'm itching to get back in and as if nobody's getting me a fight. I've had a good rest. And again, I had to let the cut heal because the cut was open before the fight closed, and then it came back open in the fight. So I don't want to be going into fights with that cut coming open every fight. I've had a good rest, let the cut heal. I've also had a good rest out of the gym and let my body rest. I've had some junk food which I've enjoyed. I've had some nights out with friends, being a normal human being again. So I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy the rest I've had, and 2017 I'm itching to get back, and I will become world champion again.
You gained a lot of admirers in Dallas and a lot of respect for the bravery and the way you fought. Do you feel you did yourself justice against Canelo?
From other people maybe, but from myself no. And people will laugh and people will call me probably deluded, but again, if I would have had a good camp which I've had before, I'd take that rematch tomorrow. I got the type of fight I wanted, but obviously I knew the camp I had then. It didn't do me any favours, and my timing was way off. It was so off, and I think only fighters will know what I mean by that. I was sharp as anything on the pads, and I didn't know till I got in the ring. The 5 weeks of no sparring I had, killed me, because I had Canelo Alvarez in the positions I wanted him in, the fight I wanted in my head, I got, head on head, and you can pick your own gaps, and again, where my timing was off, I couldn't really find them gaps, and that's one thing that I've got in my harmony, and I know I'm good at that. So that was hard to deal with, but again, other people will think, you box well, you went 9 rounds, I didn't have no sparring, it was very competitive, even the rounds I lost were competitive, and little moments, we were talking before, it's a fine line in boxing, little moments, swing fights, and whereas I thought Canelo was starting to feel a fight, where halfway point I thought, he's feeling it here, and the fighters know when they're in there, I knew he was blowing, and I knew his work rate had dropped, then he puts me over, so it kind of, he gets a second wind, he thinks, now I can hit him. Where he hit me with his best shots, and he never budged me early on, and again I sound like a hypocrite, but his power was not massive, I was comfortable with his power, and the headshot that dropped me hit me on the back of the head, but it's just little moments in fights, and at that level, them moments are massive, and the moments went his way.
Obviously, Canelo's a massive name. He would be a great fighter in any era. Did he surprise you? Was he better than you thought he was going to be, or was it what you expected, or did you actually think, this proves I know where I am?
No, it was what I expected. He was as good as I expected, but the only thing that shocked me, he had very good timing. But again, I think where my timing was off made him maybe look a little bit more accurate and explosive than he was. You know, and taking nothing away from him, he's a world-class fighter. He has been for a number of years, and you know that doesn't lie. But I know I can compete at that level. I know I can compete with Canelo Alvarez, and again, I think with a full camp, that fight wouldn't have ended early. You know, I wouldn't have got stopped in that fight. I think me not sparring, never got, you know, you get your body hard, you get your body used to taking shots. I never took a headshot or a body shot for 5 weeks since, you know, August 12th I got cut. I never sparred a day since till September 17th, you know, and I do think that played its part. You get your body used to getting hit, and you know, my body weren't used to getting hit, and you can say, oh, I'm making an excuse, but I'm not. You know, nothing's ever troubled me beforehand, and again, nothing's ever troubled me in sparring. I've never been put over ever, sparring or a contest, so I do think that played its part.